Withdraw from Kuwait or face a coalition ready and willing to employ all means necessary.
Good morning. In case you can't tell, this thing gets hazy pretty easy, but that's just how this thing runs. It's just an old diesel. Yesterday, got a little bit scatterbrained, and I forgot to really kind of keep my talking videos in accordance with stuff I was filming, but my drone came in yesterday, and so as soon as I was done cutting up that metal, I got really distracted and just filmed a bunch of that and nothing else. So that's where those clips came from, kind of without any warning. Last night I was flying it around and it got caught by a big old gust of wind, bucked it around wrong, and sent it right into the roof. So it's not that bad. All it really did was crack one of the arms a little bit, but I'm gonna send it into DJI. They're gonna fix it up so I can keep my warranty. It won't cost much, and then I'm gonna buy their whole drone coverage plan so that it doesn't happen again, because I got a feeling it might happen again, and if it does, I want it to get replaced for free. So all that being said, drone content will not be back until probably week after next, unfortunately, but you know, that's just how the ball rolls. I was being stupid, and now I won't be with it. So that's that, and so we get this thing fueled up and haul a load of scrap metal into town. All fueled up and ready for town. Jeez, got them smoking yet? You need to quit. Pack-a-day truck out here. Have I gotten to see one of those in action before, but yeah, pretty cool. Well, got a little sweet treat here, because going 45 mile an hour for 70 miles there and going to be 70 miles back, it's going to make me lose my mind. So that being said, figured I'd get a little pick-me-up before we hit the dirt. And just like that, we're done. So I gotta get all this cleaned up and taken back to the shop and its respective owners, and I guess we will see what's going on next. But yeah, time to head over there. Well, I suppose it's about time to do the necessary duty. Blowing this bad boy off before I start get some grass hay baled up this afternoon. So come on. cleaned out, stuff like that. So now get going back over to the shop. So first this thing over there, 'cause why not? But now we're gonna go start baling up all of our grass hay we have put down, and then that should probably take up the rest of my day. But yeah, finally nice getting a little bit of tractor time after being in a slow spot doing odd jobs all week. Just wish I had my drone so I could finish the shops, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So it is what it is. So I just got back to the field because Dad had to tap me out because I had to run back to the house and go to the bathroom real quick. We got some new net wrap in here. How's it going, Dad?
Good. We checked 2 bales. They're running about 16% moisture, so that'll be just great.
That's good. The few I was doing on the outside were running about, I think, 14s and lower 15s. There were a couple spots that had 16.
Some of the heavier spots.
If I left it in there, it would drop down to like 15.5. So
It's looking good.
should work.
Wrap it up.
Sounds good. See ya.
All right.
All right. Finally back in the saddle. Also, probably my favorite tractor to run because it's got good old IBT. But sitting at about 55, so we'll be dumping out another bale soon. And I think I'll show you guys how we check moisture for anybody who doesn't know. But yeah, fun baling ahead. Well, I just got switched over to the other field, which is really just an old kind of waterway in the area around it, with a bunch of grass hay that we cut on there. So I think this is a perfect time for me to kind of demonstrate how we check moisture on our bales. Now, a lot of the new balers have moisture checkers already in them, which I would really like, but it's too much money, and our baler is just too old and it works too good to really get rid of. So what you do is you take, let me show you again, you take, you know, your little probe here, shove it all the way into the baler. You don't leave this hanging normally, but you can only do so much with one hand. Lift this bad boy out and hold down your moisture button here. 14.8, which is good. Our target is between, I'd say 13 and 15. No, 16 would probably do if you feel like getting it cut. 15.7, 15.1, 14.8. Looking great. One more. 15.1 sitting right there. It's a good bale. Nice and square, clean edges. Gotta love John Deere net wrap. So it's pretty basic, easy to do. Depending on the time of day, weather conditions, whatever, you may want to check it more or less frequently. Right now, it's a small little patch that I'm working. Probably only really need to do one, especially if it's been proven on the other field too that it is dry enough to bale as it is. You don't really need to worry much about it, but when you're working it at night and you're dealing with dew point, temperature, whatever, you want to be a little bit more cautious with it and check it every, I don't know, 6-7 bales. That would be my recommendation. That's what I do, just to make sure that your bales are really high quality. There's some people I know that will just go and they'll cut it, whatever, they'll cut it as soon as it gets done raining. They'll let it rain on their hay, they'll just rake it, bale it. They don't care at all. But that's also how you end up with really just crappy hay. I know a few people, not people, I'd say ranches like that do it that way. Not very far from us, just a ways down the highway, about half an hour. Don't do business with those kind of people. Word spreads, but you know, is what it is. So I am gonna get this little patch knocked out, and then if you look, I don't know how easy it is to see, but you can kind of see some of it right over there. There's a patch right in there. It's thistle. Anybody who knows anything about anything knows that thistle is not going to taste very good in a cow's mouth. You know, that's easy enough to determine. So as I was coming through here, there'd be these big thistle patches that have to lift up the header, go over it, drop it back down. So nobody wants that in their hay. But to kind of keep it mitigated and keep it from spreading, I'm going to come back here with the swather and go over it once, chop it all down, and hopefully it hasn't gone to seed yet. And that should help kind of mitigate how much of this comes back. Hopefully we can get rid of it without having to run some heavy spray on it. Just going to have to see what it does. But yeah, I'll get this knocked out and then I'll be back in not very long. So